Hey, hey, good morning.
What is up? What is up, Corey Camp? What is happening?
Oh man, I'm tired today. I'm super excited for our guest today because we have been working pretty closely together. So I will introduce our guest shortly. But we've got a lot of things going on here at SIBME, just like everyone else. We are definitely busy, just like our school districts are. If you are still looking for some professional learning, still wondering, getting ready to provide some PD to some people in your district, and you need some inspiration, you can still register for on-demand access for the Better Together Summit. It's an amazing opportunity, over 60 hours of professional learning that you do get certificates for, so you can print those out and add them to your professional learning profile. We still have lots of people active in there. Kyle, have you been in there this week?
I have not been there, but you know what, Corey? I have getting a lot of people still asking me about still signing up and still getting access. And the great thing is that yes, you can still gain access to the Better Together Summit, and you can also take these sessions at your own leisure, at your own time, either when you're getting back into the classroom coming up here, or once you all get off and have some time to sit on the couch in between commercials. You can definitely check out some of those great breakout sessions. Can help you prepare gearing up for the next school year.
Yeah, I'm still going through some of the ones that are like our fan favorites. I've heard a ton of buzz about a few of those, and some that I've just had marked off on my list that day. But because I was hosting and presenting myself, I didn't get a chance to watch. So here's what I do. These are my phone headphones. I carry these guys with me anytime we go somewhere, and I'm like plugging in, logging into the SIBME app because it's mobile and it's super easy anytime, anywhere. And then I also like to up the speed on the playback of the video. So you don't, if you want to listen to a little bit faster, that hour goes by a little bit faster when you up that speed to 1.5 times, sometimes 2 times. And I'm just got my notepad with me, and I'm taking notes, and I'm listening as I'm, waiting for my husband to go to the grocery store, or my kids that are playing at the park. So yeah, that's my
Well,
way. I'm
I
tracking
have to
along.
ask you, Corey. Does it? I mean, then it has the chickmunk sound voice, right? Then
It does keep it a little bit entertaining. It keeps you on your toes, though. It keeps it, for me, it's how I listen to all my audiobooks, is on a faster speed.
Mm.
Anything that I kind of rewatch on demand, I have to tick up the speed just a little bit. Otherwise, if it's just like at a normal conversational pace, my brain thinks, oh, you can also like cook and clean and write notes and do emails. And then I'm really not actively listening. So that's just a personal thing for me. You can also slow down the pace, which I did have to do with Doug Fisher's keynote because he's a fast talker and there's so many great things in there. And so there were a few parts where I was like, oh, I really liked this part. And so I'd slow it down a little bit so I could take notes without having to pause too much. So, and
Not
then you
only
get that
that,
really cool voice, the really slow one. So,
well, you can always go back and timestamp as well. If you find
yeah.
something that you really enjoy, that you can really want to highlight that moment, you can timestamp that, or you can highlight the time lapse moment too as well. If you want a particular time, you can do so. So we
Yeah.
still have that available and able for y'all to sign up. So please take advantage of that gearing up for this next school year.
Yeah, and there have been a few sessions where we've had some participants go in and like make some comments with those timestamps, and that's awesome for me going in and viewing because I'm like, oh, there was something really good at that time. So, and we've also got some of our presenters who are going back in and responding to those comments or the discussions that are being posted. So it's still very much an active learning experience. So it's just at your own pace and place. So we'll put the link in the comments, and you can still register absolutely free, all of that, all demand access for the rest of the year. So check that out, folks. What else do we have? Oh, our formative assessment course. I know you and I have been talking about this some, Kyle, and we've had a ton of schools who have been really interested in this course. We've had quite a few teachers starting to take this course. This is our first testimonial from someone who took the course, Scott Cunningham. And he had really enjoyed the course, and he's super excited to implement some of those tools that Coach Kelly introduced. So please share this course. Also, you'll find the link in the comments with your teachers. This is a course for teachers designed for them to take at their own pace. They can take it all before school starts. You can do it all in a day. You can take your time with it. You get lots of downloadable resources. Not lots. There's some really valuable downloadable resources that you get, and then there's lots of tools that are introduced and some tips for how to implement those both in person and online. So if you're doing hybrid or fully online, or you're in person, either way, you're going to find some of these tools. So this is free for anybody with a SIDME account. So if you're a school who is a SIDME user, SIDME subscriber, all your teachers get this course for free. If you're not yet a SIDME customer, so you don't yet have a SIDME account, you can fill out the information form and we can get in contact with you to let you know how you might benefit from using a SIDME account in addition to the course. So good stuff there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Now, I'm also interested just as far as this comments as being a music teacher, as far as getting a use case in that aspect. It's always great to hear different inputs as far as folks outside of the regular subject that we may think about, right? The course area. Yeah. So getting those music folks involved is always exciting for us too as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really is for anyone. So yeah, definitely excited. And I just love that we're getting so many great feedback. So if you take the course and you haven't yet given us a review, we'd love for you to do so. We might even have reached out to you already. So definitely do that for us as well. Yeah. Also, last week, did you get a chance to tune into this webinar last week, Kyle?
Yes,
working on demand.
I tuned into the end, but then also I need to watch the beginning of it so much. I got a little distracted in the beginning, but like you said, it's on demand, so I will go back and watch that. There you go.
Yeah, I got to do my first partnership with Justin Bader from the Principal Center. He does amazing work in supporting instructional leaders. And so we did a webinar last week, Thriving Through Adversity, and really focusing on continuity in both teacher growth and just, keeping your organization up and running, your school, getting all those essential low-level tasks done before the start of the school year, helping people feel successful and supported. And we tied all that into our fancy new goals feature, which we had Jeff on to talk to us a little bit about a couple weeks ago. And so there's a little bit of a demo in there and creating goals and some great examples of how to use that feature. So if you're a SIDME subscriber or not, and you're interested in the goals feature, it's on demand. Just go to the Learning Center. You can search the webinar. We'll also put the direct link down in the comments. So
my Justin Bader always brings the crowd with him, and Corey Camp. It seems like you said, you never sleep here. It seems like you're always speaking at the next session. But people love you, so we're giving what the people want, right? Justin Bader and Corey Camp.
I do sleep, but when I do, it's usually I'm dreaming about work. I'm like constantly thinking about work. But it's because I love my job and I get to do amazing things. Speaking of amazing things, I know we announced this a couple weeks ago, but can we just go back to it? Because I'm feeling this GIF all over again. I love seeing so many people in the SIDME Learning Center and great things happening. Lots of folks getting started this school year, taking our 101 courses. So learning how to use SIDME on their own. We're all about asynchronous and meaningful learning experiences. So great to see that we're almost at the 2,500 mark at this point. So we have definitely surpassed 2,000 in the Learning Center. So pretty fabulous.
That's awesome news.
Yes, awesome. It is.
Especially providing those folks with those resources, gearing up for next year. Having those conversations with instructional coaches, principals, even teacher leaders as well. There's a whole bunch of tools and resources within the SIDME Learning Center that you can be excited about. And then also, Corey, there is some free stuff to sign up for, right? Correct?
Yeah, a ton of free things to sign up for, including our courses. And we have some content that's exclusive to our SIDME account holders, but really everything is free on the Learning Center account. So check it out. If you're planning on using video or you're wondering how you're going to continue using video this year, we've got resources for you. So let's bring in our guest for today. I am super excited. Like I said, I have been working really closely with Kim Blumke from COP Education Service District in Michigan. We laughed because I told her, I was like, did you watch the What's Up Wednesday? I gave you guys a shout out and then I couldn't remember what ESD stood for because I come from Texas and it's an ESC. And so I was like, so we laughed about it a little bit. But Kim has been, we've been kind of chatting all summer and she's gearing up to, this has got the wrong data, I just realized. We are gearing up to support her teachers, not we, she is gearing up for that. And so she's going to tell us a little bit about her program, how she's planning to support teachers in her service district remotely this year, at least as they get going, and virtually how she's going to continue to support people. So let's go ahead and get Kim in on the show. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, Corey. Hi, Kyle.
Hi. So glad that you're here.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your work at COP ESD, and tell everyone what COP stands for, because there's some words in there that I really don't think I could pronounce very well. So I just say COP.
Sure. That's what we say too, but it is Cheboygan-Otsego-Presque Educational Service District.
Yeah, I would have not said that correctly.
It's a lot faster.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, just say COP ESD. It works, or COP.
Say that 3 times fast, right?
Right. Exactly. Well, tell us a little bit about what your role is there, what the work of your education service district is. Some folks may not work closely with their ESCs and ESDs so tell them a little bit about that work.
Okay, so I am just starting my 5th year at COP ESD. I work as an early literacy coach under a Michigan literacy grant. When it first started, there was very little guidance in what that position looks like. So in the past few years, we've really been kind of honing in on what that might look like for us. One of our challenges is that I am the only literacy coach until the end of this month. We're finally getting another one of me. Her name is Kim Peters, and I'm super excited about working with her. But up until now, I've been the only literacy coach, and we cover over 2,000 square miles in 10 districts. So really what we've been doing isn't what we've been wanting to do. So we are going to take it up a notch and start doing some virtual coaching using the SIDME platform.
I love it.
That's great. And Kim, I may ask, with you having a small team and gearing up for this new year, how do you plan to support teachers virtually this year?
So we've been working, I've been working with Corey a lot, as she stated. At this point, our schools are coming back face-to-face, but as we know, that could change at any point. But we've been doing a lot of work with our onboarding documents. Corey helped me create a coaching cycle. So we have a 4-step coaching cycle. Corey, you said I could share my screen. Do you want me to go ahead and share that? Okay.
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay. So this is, can you see that?
Go ahead and click the share button at the bottom right, I bet. There's a couple of extra clicks for this. There it is.
Okay.
And you'll want to travel over it. There it is.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is the coaching cycle that we created. We're going to start with a pre-coaching conversation, and our plan is to meet in person if possible, but we're not sure if that will be possible. But we want to make sure that we have the opportunity to build a relationship with the teachers that we work with. We want to be able to explain the roles and responsibilities. We want to make sure that our teachers are comfortable with using the SIDME platform. And then we want to make sure that we're on the same boat with, how often recordings can be expected to come to us, how long it will take us to respond. So agree on some of those timelines. And then the teacher is going to actually record some lessons. They will just share with us a couple of short clips. And the cool thing about, I think, what we're doing and what Sydney suggested is that the teachers own their videos until they decide to share them with us. I think that gives them a little more confidence, and it's not as scary to share their lesson clips.
Yeah.
So then that will automatically go through the Sydney app to us as coaches, and then we get to have a dialogue. And the part that I'm super excited about is that asynchronous opportunity to collaborate with one another. Teachers are so busy, and when you are meeting face to face, it's always so hard to go in and ask a teacher to meet with you on their prep or after school or whenever, because it can be a challenge to find a time that works for everybody. So in this step 3, teachers can work on it when they choose. I will respond to their video, give them some things to think about. Maybe there's some little celebrations in the video or some questions I might have or some ideas. And then when it's convenient for them, they will be able to respond to me, whether it's at, midnight or 5 o'clock in the morning or on their prep or lunch or whatever. And then step 4 finally is the collaborative review, where we will get together virtually, but synchronously, and make some meaning of that feedback. I'd like to watch the video together with the teacher after we've both, kind of watched it on our own, and really plan for some of those next steps. So I'm pretty excited about that coaching cycle.
Yeah, I love that you're really having them, like you said, they own those videos in their private workspace. So they're using the app, but no one else can see those videos, and then they're able to choose which one of these do I want to share, which is going to be the most meaningful. They can even trim those videos down to those essential elements, which I think is really important as well for you to be able to manage all the teachers and videos that you and the other Coach Kim are going to be doing. And it really can, it's job embedded. It's going to be meaningful and focused. You've talked a lot with me about micro-learning. And so this, I think, is definitely a way to kind of have micro-learning embedded into the coaching cycle. So super, super excited about that. And not only have you created such a great visual, you've created some infomercial videos to share this information out with teachers and campuses, and I love it. I think it's going to be really successful this year.
And that has been super fun. I've loved that part of it, creating those, different pieces to get out in kind of a creative way. That's probably been like my favorite part of this whole thing so far.
Yeah,
is just making those pieces to share out. It's been really fun.
Yeah, it has been. And I have learned about some new types of tools. Like I had no idea there was a video flyer thing that you could do. And so the first time that you shared that with me, I was like, well, how did you make this, first of all? Because that's so neat. And we get to use those as samples for others who are looking for that. So thank you for letting us share those.
Sure.
So then we'd love to have you come back and share with us throughout the year. Kyle and I were talking about having you come back about mid-year and again at the end of the year. And so what's going to be the criteria that you plan to use to measure the success of these virtual services since they are new? How are you going to know when it's working, when it's not? What are some things you're going to rely on?
So I think, measuring the success of the program is super important, but it's also, I think, pretty challenging. I think, we are definitely going to use the goals option in Sydney, which is awesome, but there's a lot to learn with it. So, we've been talking quite a bit about what that might look like, but I think that will give us some really good information as to what we're accomplishing. I will also use the analytics section of Sydney to kind of keep track of the number of observations, co-teaching, modeling, all of those, which is a piece that we have to track for the grant that I work under in Michigan. But beyond that, and I think more importantly, we're looking to get feedback from the teachers. We will be doing some surveys that will give us some formal documentation, but I'm also hoping to have some really honest, reflective conversations with teachers to kind of enhance what we're doing and figuring out. I know that what we have set up right now is going to change at some point. You know, we're just starting out. This is a draft. We need to go into it realizing that we don't have all of the answers, and we will adjust as we need to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think getting that teacher feedback is so important. And I think that, you know, teachers will really like this format rather than, you know, it can be overwhelming to have someone in the classroom watching you teach. So I think this is just perfect. And I think that teachers have gotten used to being on video a little bit more due to our situation. And also as a sidebar, we started planning this over a year ago. I think we started looking at this because I was the only literacy coach and I wasn't getting out to all of the districts like I should be. So I kind of created a proposal to share with my supervisor, Rich Marshall, and he was all about it. And, you know, I did months of research and we narrowed it down to some different companies, and SIBME was by far the one that we wanted to go with. But also our building burned down in the fall. And so we don't have a building right now. Our new one will be ready in late spring, but between COVID and not having a building and just the flexibility that virtual coaching offers, I totally think this is the time to do it. And I'm super excited. The research shows that it works, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Kim, between your videos and your flyer, introducing the video, I'm excited on that, but really partnering with us to allow you to provide you with a tool to really maximize your human outreach when you're reaching with and getting feedback with these teachers, but also a place where they feel comfortable and engaging that conversation with you as well, to help for you, for one, to get the information, the data you need, but then also just help support those teachers as well throughout that process. So I'm really excited. And also that flyer, I actually looked at that and I'm taking notes on that as well. So
I did too.
Yeah, definitely. So I thought that was a great information there.
Thank you.
Yeah. And all along the process, you've been really thinking, Kim, about the teacher experience for this, and because you want them to feel successful and supported, and they definitely need to feel supported this year, especially as things look even more different than they had in the past. And so I know that this is going to be a really great model. I'm really excited. I'm excited that we're going to get to have you back on the show a couple of times throughout the year. I want to invite our audience to, if you've got questions for Kim and Rich and the crew at COP ESD, feel free to put them in the comments below. But yeah, and I'm going to have you on the Coach Replay show as well, because there are some things that I'd love for you to be sharing on the Coach Replay show this year. So we'll see more of you, Kim. That's for sure.
Great.
Okay. Well, have a wonderful rest of whatever is left of your summer. And I know we'll be in contact, but
for sure.
So excited for you to get up and running with this virtual coaching service.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks. Bye, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
Bye-bye.
Adios, Kim.
Bye.
All right, Kyle. So we've got a couple of things to wrap up the show with. Gosh, I just love Kim. She's so sweet, and so has such great ideas in place for this. So I know it's going to be a really successful model.
I'm excited to get her back on the show and to see the progress and track coming up to next year, and then also on the Coach and Replay. So I know it's going to be some great things coming out.
I'm going to have her come. We've already talked about having her come talk a little bit about micro-learning and the role that plays in professional learning and coaching, and a few other things, especially with her literacy background. So it's going to be good stuff. I've been working with a few coaches and gearing up for season 2 of the Coach Replay show. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to get back into live shows. Summer of Rewinds has been great, but I'm ready to go back into the live world of that.
There you go.
So we've got some shout outs to share today. Who are you giving a shout out to today, Kyle?
Well, I am getting a shout out to my folks out in Connecticut ACES, Area Cooperative Educational Service, meeting with them. And also they have some great ideas and how they can help reach their teachers going to this next year. So I'm really excited to partner with them. So that's who my shout out is going to my folks out there in Connecticut.
Yeah, I gonna get to meet them soon, and I cannot wait to get those things kicked off. Those education service areas they're my people, because that's where I was most recently before joining SIDME. So I get that work totally, and video and the SIDME platform can be transformational for that. So. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show today with not only our new little outro, but one of Kyle's famous 2-minute drills. Tell us what you're going to give us a drill on today.
Well, today's 2-minute drill, Corey, we are excited not only with the new intro, the new What's Up Wednesday intro we have, but also have a new intro for my 2-minute drill. But then also with some new things that are happening within SIDME, our Better Together conference, we actually have a new main page, a new facelift, as you can say. So I just want to go over the new page for our folks who are already using SIDME, but then also to give a quick glimpse into some folks who may think about using SIDME in the future. So, without further ado, if we have that 2-minute drill ready to play off.
We will close out with that. Everyone have a great Wednesday. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye, y'all. Hello to all my educators. This is your friend Kyle with SIDME with your 2-minute drill. Now, I know y'all can see my new intro screen, but today's 2-minute drill, we're going to be going over the new and improved SIDME main page. Now, as y'all can see here, we just revamped our new main page, so some of our current users can be excited about it, but also some of our prospect users can also be excited about some of our new features rolling out into the new school year. So as you can see, we made it real easy to look at. You have your profile pic and your role here on the left-hand side. We want to make it really easy for you to get a snapshot at the data that's actually happening within your account, which you can see here in the middle. Now, in the right-hand corner, we just launched our SIDME goals, where you can set those individual group goals and able to track and measure that all within the SIDME platform. Now, for those who want to see what's actually happening within your account in real time, we have the tracker taskbar here. And for those folks who may need some additional help with utilizing the SIDME platform, we got you covered. We have a help center bar here, but also we have a chat feature, which you can click and have access to chat with some of our development and IT folks. So once again, my friends, I really want to display some of the new things that are happening within SIDME. I know y'all can be excited about it as much as we are. And I wanted to thank y'all for tuning into this week's 2-minute drill. I hope you stay tuned to next time's episode. Have a great day.